Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream here at my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here. Tonight I'm going to be playing with some of my product that has come out over the last year because Conquer and Ninth is having their big inventory blowout sale, and most of my line, except for the most recent products, is on deep discount. So it's great. I've added links down below in the video description. I added them within like the last 5 minutes. So if you are here waiting, you might need to refresh the video in order to get those links. But basically, I have two links for you. The first link is I've compiled all of the products from my line that are on sale, and you can click over and then see the prices. Or you can just go straight to everything over at Concord and Ninth that's in the blowout sale, and that's linked as well. So I'm trying to think if I need to mention anything else. That magazine promo from last week is still going for Creative Scrapbooker magazine. The code is down below and all the info, so if you want to catch that. And I'm going to switch to the overhead here because we need to do a little bit of polling to decide what's happening tonight. So I basically narrowed it down to two different bundles that are on sale. I think they're still available. They were when I looked earlier. Some things are selling out. That's just how this inventory blowout goes. But I thought I would just, let's decide between the Cheerful Flowers bundle, which has this background stamp, a die with a greeting, and then the big stencil set. Or we've got the Simple Flowers stencil pack, and that has the 6x6 stamp set and also dies. And I have not planned cards because I don't know what we're doing yet. Let me get this poll up here, and then we can do it. Okay, hold on. I have to add a poll. Sorry, y'all. I didn't have a chance to put this in. Okay. Okay, so the first one was Cheerful Flowers, and the other one is Simple Flowers. So that's, well, hopefully you'll know which is which. And then you can let me know which you'd like to see. So over here is Cheerful Flowers. Right here is Simple Flowers. Oh, sorry. Let's get these over here so you can kind of see the names. So Cheerful Flowers, Simple Flowers. Either one. They both have like large 6x9 stencils to work with. The Cheerful Flowers is a little bit more limited on greetings, but we could always steal a greeting from the stamp set. Why not? Okay. Just waiting for some of those answers to come in. Most people are saying Cheerful Flowers. Okay. We're going here. I think I have done a card live with the Cheerful Flowers, but I think, did I only stencil? I think it only stenciled. I don't think I used the background stamp. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. We're going to do something a little different today. We'll see what happens. Okay. We've got about 75, 77 votes in right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. It's about 2/3 going for Cheerful Flowers. So I'm going to end that poll, and we will go with Cheerful Flowers. Okay, so because I don't have a card planned yet, hold on 1 minute. I'm just grabbing my sketchbook, which happens to be on the bottom of a big stack of cardstock. Okay, when I plan a card, this is generally what I do. I start with my little sketchbook and figure out what I'm going to do here. All right, so it would be kind of fun to do maybe some inlay die cutting over here with the flower. But I also kind of like the idea of just doing some really fun stenciling. Like maybe even doing like super simple stenciling where we're not even going to do all the different layers of the stencil, but we'll just use this main one and maybe do like a gradient of the design going across. I think that could be really cool. Maybe do the gradient going across and then I don't know, we could maybe add some gold paste on top on just the centers of the flowers or something. Yeah, I don't know. Let me, in the chat, I will put a link to the list of products people keep asking. The other way to just go and see everything that is mine that's on sale is, I'm going to put this link in the chat. Hello? Get the whole link here. Okay. This is going to go to everything, all of my line. So just keep scrolling, and because the newest stuff's going to be at the top. Just keep scrolling, and then you can see all of everything that's on sale with prices. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Inlay die cutting is always fun, but we did do inlay die cutting a couple weeks ago with all of those berries. And the die cutting does take quite some time. But it would be kind of cool to maybe cut out the interiors out of glitter paper. That could be kind of fun. To cut the interiors out of glitter paper and then possibly like make a background out of all of these. So like have it repeat. I don't know how many I would need. Let's see here. We do an A2 card. Got some A2 cardstock right here. One right here. 1, 2, 3. I think we could get away with 4. I think we definitely could get away with 4. So that is an option as well. I'm not opposed to doing that. We could totally do that. In fact, that kind of sounds nice. Let's do that. I'm going to go grab some glitter paper. And we will keep it really simple. We'll just do like a super, like this is all the flower background. And then I'll just do the die cut right here and just put a greeting on top. And maybe keep it really simple because there's going to be glitter on all these die cuts out here. So maybe have plain cardstock for the greeting. I think that could be cool. All right. I'm going to grab some glitter paper that we could choose from. I really love these Altenew like glitter packs. So I'm just going to grab 4 of them because we can decide what we're doing. So the fairy dust one is really kind of cool because you've got a bunch of different colors. These others are kind of like an ombre, but that's really kind of fun. All the different colors of glitter. I also could combine them a little bit too, but I kind of like the idea of this. So for the flower, we have the petals. I think I will have the center still be like gold or something. And then we've got the leaves. So maybe, we could do different colors of flowers. So we'll have one flower be pink. One flower could be blue. I think I want this green for all of the leaves. And then I kind of wish I had a yellow glitter. Maybe we'll have one be white. And then a more intense pink. That could be cool. We'll have one be white. And then a more intense pink. If I can get this back in. Hello? Go back in. There we go. And then let's do a more intense pink from this pack. So far we have these. Oh yeah. That one. That could be really cute. Oh, and then we've got the leaves. Yeah, I think that could work. That's kind of a really intense pink. Maybe I'll do the peach from the fairy dust glitter pack. Yeah, I like that better. We'll do that. All right. Let me get this back in here, and then we'll start cutting all of these flowers because we're going to have to cut quite a few. Put that stencil pack off to the side. I'll put these over here. All right, and we're going to have to cut some bases and also the outline. Okay, let's get all of the flowers taken care of. The thing that's nice about cutting it like this is that I can just go like this and just get just the flower. I don't have to cut the entire thing. Okay. Let me see. What link did I put up there? Because people are having some issues. Let me see. Did I put the right link in? Yeah, that's the right link. The link that says inventory blowout, my products only. It doesn't have the prices listed. You've got to click through. But then the next link down that's in the description says inventory blowout. Everything, that's where you can look at the Concord and Ninth product, and everything's broken down by the percentage of the discount. Okay, just to keep these petals, keep them a little bit easier to know where I'm going with them, I'm going to, hold on, I'm trying to get this open here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put them out like this, and it will hopefully keep them in generally the right order of things. Okay. And that will help me when I go to put it all together on the actual flowers. Okay. And I'm moving around where on my cutting plate I'm doing all this. There we go. The complete list is empty for you? I don't know. Oh, no. You're going to the supply list for today. Don't do that one. Skip that one because I didn't know what I was making. So that's empty. Go to the next link down that says inventory blowout. That is the one. That's the one you want. So if you were opening an empty list, that is why, because that's the list of the supplies I'm using tonight, which I didn't know what I was making. So that's why there's nothing there. We are just doing tons of die cutting tonight. This is going to be crazy. Okay. Come out. There we go. All right, let's do the pink. Good. I'm glad that cleared that up. Weird. Okay. What is Dilly asking? Where do I get those trays for die cuts? Oh, you're talking about these little things, little dishes? They're actually like pinch bowls, like you would have for like snacks and stuff. So if you look over at like Amazon or anywhere and search for like snack bowls or pinch bowls, something like that, you'll get some options. And I want to say the brand, is it Jubilee? I can't remember. The brand that of the ones that I've been using, like the cat ones and These flower ones I think I bought these at Uncommon Goods, but they're also at Amazon and multiple places these days. All right, so there's the pink one, the blue. Oh, wrong way. Okay. All right. I'm thinking of having the outline of the flowers be white. So if I'm going to do that, or maybe I'll have them be silver. Ooh, silver would be really pretty. And then maybe have it on a completely white glitter background. Maybe. All right, I've got to cut a bunch of these leaves, making sure I'm gonna get all of the leaves on here. Actually, I don't want to cut directly into my magnetic mat. We're gonna do this. There we go. Okay, hey Sika. Diana, Uncommon Goods is an online shop. It's actually a really great store if you're like looking for gifts for people. I originally found those bowls as gifts and I gave them, I want to say I sent a set to Jennifer and I sent a set to Kathy Rack and I sent a set, you know, I just bought them for a bunch of people. Okay. Okay, there's 4 leaves. Am I missing one? What leaf did I lose? Really? How could I have lost a leaf already and I'm like barely at the beginning here? Are you kidding me? All right. Well, whatever. Which one is it though? Where are my tweezers? Let's figure out which one it is. So this one is right there. This big one's right there. This one is right there. So it's this little one. It's not this. It has escaped. Okay, well now that I know it's that little one, I'll just make sure I cut just that one right there. And then I'm going to watch it more closely as I cut the others. It's not above the other flowers. There's nothing up there. It's weird. I probably just picked it up and it flew out to a different spot. Okay, there we go. That's the one we need. Keep all of those right there. All right. Okay. Making sure I'm not losing any leaves. Looks good. Haha, 4 leaves. We love that. Okay, I don't know why, but this one doesn't have like a super pokey end, and I don't like it. I want the really, really pokey end because I want it to be sharp so that I can do this and like really pick it out. I'm going to just have like tons of little die cuts like all over my floor. But you know what though? That's the sign of a good day of crafting. Okay. All right, let's get these little leaves again. All right, one more of the green, but I'm not going to be able to get like a full set of leaves out of this. So I'm going to have to get more of the green. Oh, there were two colors of green. I didn't even realize. There we go. That's the one I want. Okay. Now we'll get a few more little leaves. Those of you who are premium members here at YouTube, so you pay $5 a month or $10 a month, make sure you go look at the post or the community area of my channel because I did a member only post yesterday with some info that you might find interesting. Okay. Oh, I kept them all intact. Love it. Those last few little leaves. Okay. So I've got all the little leaves, 4 of that one. Then we've got 4 of that one. And then 4 of the little chunky ones. And then 4 of the kind of medium elongated ones. All right, we have all the leaves. Now let's cut 4 white outlines and 4 white bases. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the base first. Oh yeah, I was going to do silver for the outline anyway. Well, that's good. I haven't started cutting them yet. So sometimes, like, tapping your die against the edge of your work surface is a great way to make it pop out of the die easy. So that's what I'm doing. I would be using the Pretty Bowls for the pieces. Well, I could for these, but over here I wanted to keep the petals in the same order where they're at, just to make it easier for when I start assembling them. All right, one more can fit on this piece of cardstock. Yeah, I throw it against the glass too. For the most part, I like to keep my crafting fairly sedate, relaxing, nothing too crazy. Like I'm not like slamming down my Misty or anything like that. But when it comes to that, trying to get the dyes out of, or the papers out of dyes, that's where I can get a little violent. Although some would say I choose violence during Concord and Ninth events when I tear paper. Just pops out of the die so much better like that. Okay, now we need to grab silver glitter or just silver cardstock. I think silver glitter could be interesting. Or even if I got just like a slightly darker glitter paper. I do have quite a bit of glitter paper that I could choose from. Let's see here. I have a black glitter paper that's really pretty. Lots of white glitter paper. Ooh, hollow? No, holographic would be a little too crazy for me with all the glitter. Okay. Silver glitter. I'm grabbing this pack of assorted silver cardstock from Spellbinders. Diana Curtis just became a member. Awesome. Welcome, Diana. Okay, so let's decide what we're doing. Because we could do the silver glitter, but I almost think it needs something a little like a matte metallic silver. Or we have a brushed metallic. I don't know. Like with all of those glitters, I think maybe just silver glitter. I think just silver glitter is probably going to be the best bet. I'm just cutting this cardstock. It's actually like a really fine glitter. Like this Altenew, this Altenew glitter has a little more grit to it. So let's cut a bunch of these. Maybe we'll try one just to see what it looks like. It does cut really well, so that's nice. It does not want to pop out of the die though. Okay, let's see if I can grab all of this. Okay, it's a really pretty silver. Okay. So if it's like this, and then we're putting like one of these in. Where does that even go? I'm all turned around. It's this one. Huh. I don't think I like the silver. Well, I'm glad I tried it. I don't like the silver. Let's see here. Is there a different color? Let's open this one. Ooh, that's like a navy. I almost could get on board with the navy, but maybe more of this, what do they call it? Iridescent hematite? Oh, no. Oh, do you guys see this one? It has like a different, it's like more colors. And then this one really is like just like a darker silver. Gosh, that's really pretty. Huh. I'm almost thinking, how pretty would it be to have this? And then, granted, how many sheets of this do I have? Okay, I have 4. Perfect. So I could get 4 stems out of it. And then the background is a black glitter. I know I have a full sheet of black glitter somewhere. Huh. I am intrigued by this. I think it's going to be a little over the top, but let's try it. This might be a total mess, a total disaster, but I'm intrigued and I kind of want to see what it would look like. Could I actually get 2 out of this? I might be able to. I might be able to get 2 out of it. We'll see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to flip this over because I feel like I get a better cut on like super thick cardstocks like this when I cut into the plate. Oh no, look, it barely made it. Well, okay, as long as it cut all of it. And it did cut it really, really well. Maybe I can actually just pull this up because it's the outline that I need. Okay. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think the contrast is going to be really nice. All right, I'm just going to go for it. We're going to cut them. I mean, I guess we could put one together and see what it looks like first. It's not going to harm. Let's do that. Okay. Put some glue just on the back. I'm not concerned if the glue squidges out because we're going to glue those center pieces anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Okay. Get that on there on the leaves. Since we're making it so dramatic, I probably should have cut the base layer out of black or a dark gray or something. But that's okay. Let's zoom in here. Okay, and then this is why I wanted it like this, because then I can just take the correct petal pieces and put them where they're supposed to be. That's not the right piece, is it? That doesn't look right. What is that? Oh no, that is right. No, it's not. These are backwards. Okay. And I'm just going to put like a couple little dabs of glue. And just puzzle piece these in. of nice that the glitter paper is the same thickness because it's really making it look really flat. All right, and then I can take my little leafies. I can do the same thing. Just put a little dab of glue on each one. And puzzle piece those in. Okay, and then, gosh, for the centers of the flower, I don't even know. Maybe we do like a different color from a different flower. So maybe we do like pink. Do all the pink centers. I think that could be really fun. Let's do that. Because then I also don't have to cut even more. I can just use what I already have cut. I mean, why not? And it'll make it a little bit more cohesive. Oh, that's pretty cute. I like that. I think this dark gray glitter paper is going to be a winner. That came together really quickly. All right, let's die cut the last few. I don't want to lose my little centers of the blue because we're going to need them for another flower. So we'll take this little guy and we'll set him aside because he's done. Look at this. Okay, that sort of got all of them out. Come out. There we go. All right, I'm really hoping I can get 2 cut out of 1 sheet. Oh, we're so good. It's going to be great. I will have to cut into my magnetic mat though, just to be sure it's in the right spot, but that's okay. Okay. This is a whole lot of die cutting. I feel like I need to like tell a story or something while I'm here. Oh, well, I was in Phoenix this weekend. Not for a happy reason. I was there for a funeral. But while I was there, my husband, he's like, well, he's really, really nice. Whenever he travels quite a bit for work. Whenever he travels, like even to other countries or anything like that, he looks up local crafting stores. And he'll go and try to find like, he's brought back like stamps in different languages for me and different things like that. And when he was in Phoenix in December, he went to a local scrapbook store, paper crafting store, and they had my line. I was so excited. They had my line there. And he took pictures in front of the line. I guess the ladies, I mean, it's unusual for a guy to be walking through this store. So they were like, how do you know all this stuff? And he's like, oh, you know, Christina's my wife or whatever. And they got all excited. And then, so when I was back this weekend, we stopped by. And it was so fun. I'd never seen my product in store before. Yeah. Scraps of Love. Betsy, that's probably the one you're thinking of. And they were really super nice. They were great. And I met a few people who I'd actually met at Simus' Stamp Create last year. So that was really fun. And I think I saw someone, I think they must have posted it on their Instagram that I was there because someone just said, I'm sorry I missed you. But I did take some pictures while I was there, but I haven't posted them because it was an exhausting weekend, y'all. It was a whirlwind trip down there for the funeral. So but that is a beautiful store. Wow, I haven't seen a really large like paper crafting store like that in ages. So it's just beautiful. I loved it. Okay, can I do it this way? Trying to, there we go. Oh, that's great. You buy all my products from them? That's awesome. They are a great store. They were very nice. All right, this is the last one. As far as the flowers go, we'll do a little die cutting for a greeting here in a minute, but for the actual flowers, this is going to be the, I mean, unless we lose a piece somewhere. As y'all know, I'm known for that, especially when I'm live. It's almost like I'm tempting fate going live doing like inlay die cutting. Okay. All right, let's get going here on these other pieces. The little stem right here is pretty, it's not delicate, but like it can really move around quite a bit. So having the stability of the additional layer of the glitter outline, I think really helps. So I'm just adding little dabs of glue all around. Some people like to, you know, die cut their inlay pieces on double-sided adhesive sheets. And that works well. I've done that in the past, but for whatever reason, I always think about it like after the fact. I'm like, oh, dang it, I should have done double-sided adhesive. Too late. Too late now. Okay, that one was super easy to line up. Just grab my paperweight and I'll go ahead and adhere another one, and then we can start putting these all together and it'll come together pretty quick. Laura's asking what inspires me when I'm designing for my product line. Sometimes it's suggestions from all of you, like someone saying like, hey, we need this or we need that. A lot of times it is, you know, I find myself needing to make a card for some occasion and I can't, like I don't have the right product for it. Like my next release in July has some like baby shower stuff, like baby card. And I needed to do a baby card a few months ago. And I didn't have, you know, the product that I wanted to use. And so I'm like, you know what? That tells me I need some baby stamps and baby dyes and all that to make sure that it, you know, that I can make something for that occasion. So that informs me quite a bit. Holidays, if holidays are coming up, yeah. I did meet Misty the shop cat at that store, Scraps of Love, this weekend in Phoenix. They have a little cat named Misty. And I was like, is this cat named after the stamping platform? I never asked anyone that, but I wondered. Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Okay. Almost. Put that on. Okay. Put that down. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get these started. That one's right there. That one's right there. I like to just like map out where all the pieces are first so that it's super easy and fast when I go to start gluing everything. I can zoom in again. This peach glitter paper is so pretty. I can't believe I almost didn't use it. All right, let's do the blue dots for this one. There are six of the little centers. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking if there's any other questions. I'm doing all this inlay die cutting. So if you have a question and I've missed it, oh, let's see. Tracy's asking, what am I doing wrong with watercolor when I get like a tide line? You mean like when it, like the water kind of like dries back on itself? Generally just means you have a little too much water. I really love the look, like those looks on watercolor stuff though. So, you know, I mean, that is if what you're describing is what I'm thinking it is. Okay. Get that little die cut back in there. I'll put the paperweight on top just to hold that down. Moving on to this one, let's do the pink ones. Pink. All right. And then I think I'll do the white interior for the dots on this one. Just getting those ready. Oh, that pink's really pretty. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling down my chat didn't scroll. I don't know why, but welcome. Okay. Let's do those centers really quick. So we know Sika likes her Zig two-way glue pen. Are there any other adhesives that all of you are just like absolutely loving right now? I know a lot of people like the Gina K Connect glue. Oh, I like that with the white glitter in there. That's pretty. We've got the leaves. And I still have 4 leaves left. Yay! That means I didn't lose more leaves. Art glitter glue, barely art glue. Yeah, I've heard that one's a fan favorite too. All right, last flower. So we're doing the white petals, and we'll do the peach interior pieces for the center of the flower. Okay, getting those all puzzle pieced in. Then we'll do the peach. Let's see, Pink Fresh Glue. Oh, Alta News coming out with a glue as well? That's awesome. Come on, turn over. There we go. All right, and then the last one with the leaves. Yes, Tombow Mono Multi Glue. I used that for years. It's a good one. The other big question is, if you use a tape runner, what tape runner do you use? I think I have this upside down. Yeah, that fits much better. Okay. Set that right there for a moment. So we have all 4 flowers. So I'm thinking on top of black glitter paper. I mean, we're leaning into the glitter. Why not? we're leaning completely into the glitter card. Can you imagine if everything on the card was made out of glitter? Over the top. Okay, Let me find a black glitter paper. I know I have one. At least I hope I do. Oh, right here. Looks like it is from Craft Consortium black glitter. It's like a really, really flat black glitter, but I also know that I have another glitter paper from Sinuses Stamp that is kind of like a bluish black. Oh, it's really purple compared to the Craft Consortium glitter. Wow, that's crazy. Let me show you. Look at this. It's like a really, really deep black. And then this one almost looks like the one we were using from Altenew, like in the sparkliness. But let's look at, like, if these are on top, is it like crazy? It almost just looks like a black velvet paper. But if we put it on top of something like this, it gets a little more hidden. Let me see. I'm gonna take a little glance through my other glitter papers. I just have lots of random glitter paper. Huh. You know what? I just found a yellow glitter paper that would have been great for the centers of the flowers. Oh well. I like the idea of like something really dark. I think the flowers stand out more on that Craft Consortium version. But I'm not opposed to doing something a little different. Oh, I'm dropping things. Okay. Oh my word. There's glitter flying everywhere. I better clean that up or I'm going to have cats with glitter paws. There's this glitter metallics, and this one is like a really deep black. I'm like, is it going to get glitter everywhere? Oh, it kind of is. That's a mess. I don't want to use it just because it's going to go put glitter everywhere. Gross. Yeah. I like the ones that are, you know, the glitter papers that don't shed. You know what I'm saying? And it could be just because that one's like really old. Oh my word, look at this. I found some Concord and Ninth black glitter paper. How black is it? I don't even know if they still sell this. Okay, it's pretty much the same. It's not black black. I think, I mean, this is nice. I like it, but it sort of gets lost. I don't know. It's growing on me. I kind of do like it. Or we go on top of the black. How do we feel about it? I like this. I mean, I know it's like such a similar color, but it's just different enough that it, in a weird way, it's kind of more quiet. Is that weird? That's kind of weird, but I kind of feel like that. Okay. Ooh, and I have an idea to make it kind of offset on the card. I think it could be interesting. What if instead of it just filling the entire back of the card, what if it was just a little bit smaller? So if it was like 3 3/4, no, even more, 3 1/2, 3 1/2. Okay, so that's like 3/4 of an inch smaller. So that would be 4 3/4. Okay. Grab my card front. Okay, so it's going to be like this. And then the flowers can like go off the edge. All of you guys are saying you want on the black on the left. That's too funny. I know the flowers kind of get lost, but I like it. Just see how that like, let me zoom in for you. It's very subtle. It's a little bit of a different look. I like it. So then it can be like this. And I'll have the flowers going off the edge. I think it could be cool. I like it subtle because the dark black, I think, is almost too strong in comparison to the very pale glitter papers on the flowers. Does that make sense? So now I've just got to figure out how I want to arrange these so that it kind of fills the space. Well, first, let's glue this glitter paper on. Adelia, don't like it. Oh, we've got a kitty downstairs who's very meowy. Did I cut this the wrong dimension? What is this? It's not lining up right. That's close enough. Okay, let's figure out where I'm putting these. Okay, so I'm thinking if I'm using the Thinking of You die, it'll be right across the center. So it needs to be a horizontal card. So and it will probably be more like across the center of the card. All right, I feel like I need to just slide this up a little so I can get a little bit more of the peach flower on. So it'll be more, a little bit more like this, covering the entire area. All right, let's glue this on. And then some of these little extra leaves I can come in on the edges. I'm gonna add glue all along the stems and the leaves because it's gonna have to like press into the glitter paper to really adhere. Okay, I'm just gonna press that for a moment. Cut the lower leaf from the white flower. I guess I could. And then I'd get more of the peach flower on. That is not a bad idea. Where are my scissors? No one will even know. Oh yeah, then I can get it in better. Good call. Sherry? Shari? How do you say your name? Sherry? And I can just get it nestled up there just a little bit more. All right, I have a little glitter on my, or a little glue on my glitter paper, but thankfully the glitter really hides it. Just really pressing this down for just a moment. You really want to make sure that sticks. Okay. I think I'll have it be more like this. And then I'll have some more leaves come in right there. In fact, I could probably take this leaf and I'll just put it right there. Just holding this down a little bit till it kind of grabs it. Okay. Oh, Beth, that's great for the class. I hope they fixed the price on the class. For a minute there, it wasn't showing the full class bundle as the inventory blowout price. So I let them know earlier today. I was like, hey, you need to update that. But I'm pretty sure they've updated it by now. So I hope you got the really good price. Okay, I'm just pressing that down. Just pressing that down. It's gonna wait for the glue to kind of, in fact, there's a couple little spots. I'm like, oh, I need to press that down again. All right, and then I'm gonna cut whatever's hanging off the edge here, you know, because I'm getting glue all over my work surface here. But I'm gonna go ahead and add this leaf right here. And then I can maybe take a couple, like this leaf right here, and add it in this corner, or maybe this one right here. I'll be able to add it on to kind of fill this little gap right here. Hi, Judy. The class we're referring to is the Christmas class from last year at onlinecardclasses.com. It was called So Very Merry. And the products for the class, like you bought the class at onlinecardclasses.com, but the products, if you wanted to use the same products that the teachers used, those were sold at concordandninth.com and simonstamp.com. And those products happen to be in the inventory blowout as well. So if you wanted to pick up those Christmas/holiday products, now's a great time. Okay, grab some scissors. Oh, thank you, Betsy. I could hear the cats playing downstairs. Okay, just cutting off a few more little things. Okay, we almost have everything glued on here really well. That blue would have been really pretty right there too, right? Can I peel this up? I don't know that I dare. But I do have like some little leaves I could add in right there. I like that idea. Fred! Fred's down there just meow, 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 meow. I need Sika to come visit soon so that he's occupied. Okay. Put that right there. What is the gray glitter cardstock? That one was, I think it was from Simon, but it was the same glitter that was used to be sold by Concord and Ninth. I don't know if they still have, if Concord and Ninth still has their glitter pack, but it looked like it was about the same. Okay. Not bad. That's a really pretty background. It's not anything what I was picturing, but I love how it turned out. Okay. Now we need a greeting to go on top. I'm thinking something white. And if we use the same dies, it would be this thinking of you. So maybe the thinking of you in white, and then the little outline would be in vellum. How do I know it's Fred? I can tell the difference between their meows. Okay, let's cut this out of white. Got some white cardstock here, that'll work. I think I can get that out of there twice. Oh yeah, Sika was determined that Fred was going to have a home, whether it was mine or hers. Sika saw Fred when he was a little baby kitten. And in fact, a bunch of you who are my premium members saw Fred because, you know, the breeder was, oh, that's not going to fit. That's annoying. The breeder was sending us pictures of the litter of kittens. And, you know, we had to wait and to pick out what cats we wanted until they were older. But Fred was so different from all the other ones because of his fur. He was so fluffy. And Sika just fell in love with him. She was determined that if I wasn't going to get Fred, that she was going to figure out a way to get Fred. Fred's a little stinker. Sometimes when I'm eating, he kind of just sits there and watches. And he's very quiet and he doesn't really do anything. And so most of the time, I don't think he can do much. And so I just continue eating. But then other times, like tonight, I'm like fork going toward my mouth. And then he puts his paw out and like hits my arm. So then food goes flying. He is a little stinker. The kitties are, let's see, they'll be 10 months old. No, 10 months old tomorrow. Yep. And I heard from the breeder, like I read online that like American Shorthair cats, generally they're pretty grown by a year old. Not so. She said apparently they keep growing like until they're 3 or 4 years old. Crazy. Okay. Losing that little dot. Come out. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna grab some vellum and we'll cut some vellum for the outer area. Okay. We want some of the really good thick vellum. And I really should cut this down. It's like super thick vellum. I kept finding myself like having to double up on vellum, so it was thicker. And then I remembered I had that vellum that was already thicker. It was perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the last dot? Did I lose it? I'm telling y'all. Oh, it's right there. Yay. Ta-da. You couldn't even see me counting them, but they're all there. Okay. It's actually a vellum that I bought online years ago. I think I had to buy like 50 sheets of it, so it's lasted forever. But it says it's from Whirlwind Papers. I don't entirely know where you can buy it anymore. Sadly, I'm not even sure where I bought it to begin with. All I know is it was like not a regular crafting store. Okay, let's glue this all together. And I'm thinking, because they don't want to like stick together, I think it'd be a little bit easier to get it on the first layer of vellum so that it's more stable. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one on here first. Just the first layer. And then I can stack the other ones on top of it. Mostly because I don't want to like stack them and then they're not, like they're all warped. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but then it'll be on top like that. Oh yeah, I think that'll look really pretty. But it's also making me wonder if I should have it stacked up so like it's hovering, or do I want the vellum directly down? I think I kind of want it on the back. So we'll stack them on the back, kind of how I did on that card. When was that? Was that last week? May have been the week before. Okay, but I think that'll give us a better result. And I could also just do this. Probably shouldn't have put that dot on top of the eye quite yet, but that's okay. And I can just layer this right on top. Get it like lined up. Kind of hold it in place a little bit. I also need to put that little dot down. right, so we've got that on the back. And I'm going to stack up the other two as well. And then it'll make it so that it stands up from the flower background. And it'll have it like a floating look. Put the glue on the dot as well. Okay, just gonna wiggle this into place. Sometimes I find it easier to do like die cut stacking when the bottom layers are already adhered. I find it's just a little bit easier. Okay, one last layer. I will not be putting glue on the dots of the eyes until I'm ready. Third time's a charm. Okay. I do like doing this one at a time sometimes because then it really does allow you to like wiggle things in place. Like you have a little more time to get the die cut lined up just right. Okay. Trying to flip these over. Get those in place. And after we glue this, we're going to be done with the card. Okay, I'm going to put quite a bit of glue, you know, all over this because I don't know where it's actually going to adhere because it's, you know, you've got the layer of the flowers on top. So I just want to make sure it really sticks. Okay. Making sure this is the way the card opens. It is. Okay. Centered or, yeah, I think I kind of want it centered. About right there. I can kind of wiggle it a little bit until it's nice and straight. And just kind of press that down. In fact, I will put the paperweight on top. I think it also would have looked really pretty with the, maybe even like the pink glitter paper or the blue glitter paper as the Thinking of You. I think that could look really pretty too. Just putting my dies away. Okay. So there is the card for tonight. Talk about glitter. See, this card is so heavy because of all the inlay die cutting and also the glitter paper, because the glitter paper is like super thick. Like it's no joke. It's pretty thick. So, but I love how that turned out. Look how pretty all that glitter. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. Love it. All right. Well, I will update the supply list down below for those who are watching a little bit later. And check out the inventory blowout because that'll be super fun. Everything that's on sale. I'm going to do a quick spiel for those watching the edited replay, which I'll put up tomorrow. Here we go. So here is the finished card for tonight. In total, I cut out 4 of the flowers and just used the leftover bits that were cut off and kind of filled in any gaps. And I used a bunch of glitter paper from Altenew, one from Simon Says Stamp, I think. I think that's where it was from. And then die cut grading. But I used the Cheerful Flowers dies for all of it. And it came together fairly quickly, 90 minutes start to end. And I did a bunch of inline die cutting, which can be really time consuming. So I'm surprised I was able to get this done in just 90 minutes. So super quick and easy. Make sure you check out the inventory blowout sale over at concordaninths.com. A bunch of my products, pretty much everything except for the May release and half of the April release, is on sale, up to 40% off on a few products. There's one die that I think is down to $4. So you'll want to check that out. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video very soon. Okay. Delia, I still prefer the darker black. You know what? You feel free to make the card, and you can use the darker black. I like this because it's a little more subtle. It isn't as in your face. I think if I would have used like more intense colors for the glitter paper on the flowers, I think I probably would have gone for the darker black. But this kind of like slate gray works well. I think it looks great. Okay. You guys do not even want to see the amount of, well, maybe you do, see the amount of die cut scraps that I have on my desk. That's just the start. Hold on. Oh, no, there's more. And like, you see all this? I think I'm going to cut these larger pieces down and save them because I can still get quite a bit cut out of them. But these pieces, they're too small. I don't think I can really salvage them. But so many pieces. I really can't make so many other cards out of these because I didn't cut the full flower. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess if I wanted to cut it off like I did with that other like card the other day, I could. But yeah, for now, these were just sacrificed because I just needed the interiors. Put the flowers on the inside. No, I think I'm going to leave it. But yeah, there's lots of little things left over. Too funny. Is this bundle out of stock? Really? Oh, dang it. See, this is the danger of using some product that's on sale like this, because I don't know if it's going to go out of stock or not. And it may have already been out of stock. I have no idea. Let's check. Cheerful Flowers. Okay. Oh dear. Where Cheerful Flowers dies? Oh, the only thing that's coming up at the stencil pack. So the stencil pack and the stamp. So I think the dies did sell out. But they'll come back in stock. They're not retiring them. They'll come back. Let's see here. I'm checking the website to see if it can come up with Cheerful Flowers dies. Yes, it is sold out at the moment. Hopefully they'll get them back in stock. And then, what was the other one that I was going to check? My finishing touches. Oh, no, my essentials dies. My essential dies are on sale. Like, that's another kind of really, in fact, I think that's my most expensive die set. It's normally $38 and it's down to $30. Yeah. Amazing. If you were looking for any of my holiday products, now's a really good time to buy them because they're on sale. I'm not going to have more holiday products until September. So now is a really good time to get those from last year. And there's lots of ideas on it. Oh, Delia, that's awesome. Jen says, I bought it this morning, so must have sold out today. Yeah, it must have sold out sometime during the day. Awesome. Well, since I've been going for 90 minutes, I'll close up here. And I don't know how I'm going to take a picture of this card and have it show all the sparkly glitterness, because you really need to see it like moving. That's crazy. By the way, for those of you who are Dazzle Dry fans, this color on my nails is one of the new colors on top of an existing color. It's Soft Caress with, I think, 3 coats of sugar coated on top. And it's like a bright pink. I love it so much. I don't think Dazzle Dry has an existing color that looks exactly like this. So it's kind of fun. Anyway. All right. I hope you all have a lovely week. I've got a couple videos to edit for you showing products that are in the inventory blowout sale. Even if they're sold out, I will go ahead and share them. I specifically have a video using the Our Love Story 6x6 stamp set. I think that one is 30% off, or maybe even 40% off. It's a super good deal. And so, yeah. I mean, it has love story greetings in it, but I'm not using those on the card that I'm sharing, the cards that I'm sharing. I'm just using the big frame. So I hope you guys will check that out. All right. Have a lovely week, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.